Here, welcome to Chance's Chat. Starting out with this.
Can't hear anything.
Turn it up. Turn it up some.
It can't be on the same computer. Remember I told you?
Well, at least put on some honky tonk badonky donk or something, you know. Come on now.
Can't have dead air either. That's the other thing with radio.
Yeah, you know, left, right, left, you know.
Chance, did you freeze up? Can't hear him.
No, I think he's moving, but he's trying to play something, and he ain't. It ain't.
Yeah, I was trying to play something that didn't work. Let's try this. If this works.
All right.
If I can get anything going here, come on, baby.
I was starting to say,
you can do it.
Nothing like live when a problem happens.
I mean, there's nothing like there's nothing like having to go out and crank the mule, to get it going,
This is
let me go out and throw another log on the fire,
Yeah, hey, while you're out there, would you turn the meat while you're at it? Yeah. Cook me some bacon and some beans,
Yeah.
People on TikTok are giving you a thumbs up.
Go out to the car, lift it up and change the tire, wash my socks and sew my old blue jeans. Come on, baby, you can fill my pipe and then go fetch my sleeve and fill me up another pot of tea. Then put another log on the fire, baby, and come and tell me why you're leaving me.
Okay, I think I got it working. Let's try this. See if this works.
Give it a shot. Boy, I don't hear anything.
Doggone it. I ain't hearing nothing. I'll tell you what. It's not
working, man. It's not working the way I wanted it to do. Okay.
I didn't hear no rooster crow in the back, so I don't think it's working.
Yeah.
This is live. This live on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, we're live on TikTok. Okay, we got it. Okay, because we're live tonight on TikTok, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Hamilton Radio Family on Facebook. If you're just listening to the audio, go on Facebook if you want to watch the video and see our lovely faces. I'm Chance McFadden with Kent Dunn, Fascinating Brian, and Docg. And I want to start tonight out with some spots, but I guess I can't play them. So here's what's happening, guys. I'm going to sing you a song. Okay, you ready? You ready for this? This is pretty good. I'm only going to sing the first two lines. Okay, here goes.
All right.
Nasara. Whoa. Nasara. Whoa. And you know the rest because Nasara has been implemented. And we are ready to rock and roll. Here's some RV news, starting right out with RV news, okay? Now, we're getting some mixed signals between Kent and me, but it's all right. I'm going to tell you what I got, and then Kent's going to tell you what he's got. But it's all good because it's all about what happens at the end of the day, okay? And that's all that really matters. Okay, here goes. You got your fan clubs coming in already. There's Nancy. Hey, Nancy. How are you?
Hey, Nancy.
Okay.
Two Nancy's.
The intake officer who is working with the paymasters and the whales had two of his accounts, not his accounts, but his clients' accounts, get liquid yesterday. Okay. Now he called me today. He says, I'm going in with one of my groups tomorrow. Now, wait a minute. The intake officer is going in tomorrow with one of his groups, and he will be liquid. He's probably going to go in and get an SKR, which is a safekeeping receipt.
Yeah.
And he will be liquid on the first of the week, which is Monday or Tuesday, because Wednesday's the middle of the week. So he's very, very excited, and he's looking forward to getting a new house. Okay. Now, what else is going on? Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. We will be doing RV information probably off and on all the way through the show. But what I want you all to do is get ready, okay? And if you haven't ordered your RV paper, so I'm going to open it up just till this weekend. I was going to shut it off, but get your RV protocol papers by sending $50 to 319-561-0064 on Cash App or Zelle, okay? And that's Brian McFadden, and that's my account. That's my real name, Brian, but everybody calls me Chance. And if you're a W4 member, you get them for $25. But we were going to close them down, but now we understand that people are going to have a week or two to go through them and so we thought it was going to be right away this week, but now it's everything should be wrapped up from my information by the 19th, including EBS. Now, I hope this is all accurate. I'm getting it from military sources, and I'm getting it from the one source I have in Washington. So, Kent, what do you got about all that?
There's too much USD. The USN and the USD is not going to be on par with each other. They're going to have to do something about that. So remember that it may end up taking 2 USN to equal 1 USD. So when you go in, make sure that you keep this in mind, okay? And here's the thing about it. The USD or the USN, when it first comes out, all right, after about 45 days, it's going to lose 40% of its value, and then it's going to start working its way back up to be worth a full dollar again. But you're looking at the 2 USN equaling 1 USD because China overprinted the US dollars. All right. That's the big thing. Don't look for the med beds to be out until 2024. They're reinstating, everybody knows they're reinstating the Iraqi dinar. Okay. But what people don't know is that the Kuwaiti dinar is the one that's going to back it. All right. That's a big deal, guys. The Kuwaiti dinar is worth about $3.21. So if them two come together and Kuwait is going to back up Iraq, oh yeah, that's big news. Let me tell you.
That is big news. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember,
now,
the Iraqi dinar is you can negotiate its rate, and you're going to be able to negotiate the rate for the dong. Those are the only two, other than the Zim. Those are the only two currencies. The Zim is a bond. Okay? Those two currencies you will be able to negotiate for.
Right. Now, here's an interesting thing, Kent. I looked up on Forex and the U.S. Treasury site, and the Venezuela Bolivar, whether it's a digitalis or not, is showing up at 34 cents. Good ain't best for you.
Yeah. Well, I know the Sabronado. The Sabronado, that's the older ones from back in 2017. But now the digital were made in 2020, December of 2020. Those are going to be the big ticketed ones, okay?
That's the home run, Kent's.
Yep.
Basically telling you, get the digitalis. I made a mistake and got some of the others. The others are still good, but the digitalis is the home run, just like the Vietnamese dong on wise.com is a home run. If you don't have wise.com, then baby, you better be getting that and getting it now. Okay, wise.com is a platform financial institution, but it's not a bank. It's a financial institution, and it's backed by the White Hats, and it's in the UK. Okay, you're going to need to get a digital shot of your eyeball. Not kidding. They changed it now since we signed up, Kent. You're going to need a digital thing, and you're going to need front and back your driver's license to get it. Then you can buy, and don't buy anything else.
Is that the iris scan? The iris scan?
Yeah.
Yes, you have to have the iris scan.
Yeah.
They didn't do that when we signed up, guys.
Nope. Just had to give them our driver's license.
Right. So anyway, you can do that and get a screenshot off your computer or your cell phone. It's not that hard to do. But listen, don't ask them any questions because they don't know. You're going to confuse them, and we don't want to confuse anybody. So just
I promise you,
Vietnamese dong and nothing else. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Ken.
I promise you, if you've been listening to us, you know more than a lot of the bankers, okay? Because the bankers, the bankers have not even been training the bankers at the locations. They've been telling them all this is a joke, okay? Now they're going to have to go in and eat crow, and they're going to have to train these bankers, okay, on what's coming. That's not a joke, folks. That's the truth. See,
and right now.
Yeah, and we've been telling people this for years what's coming.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Chance. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good, brother. Okay, listen. Not only do they not know what's coming, but guess what? The Citizens Bank up in the Des Moines area, they knew what was coming. Okay. Now let me explain something to you about what's going on with Citizens Bank, because I know a little bit about this. Because in 2008, the Citizens National Bank, not associated with the Citizens Bank of Iowa, but the Citizens National Bank in Macomb, Illinois, failed. Okay. And I talked to my very elderly cousin at the time, and she says, "What's the matter with you, Brian? Banks don't fail." Well, this one did. Sorry, Joni. It did. And so they went into receivership, and that took over 4 months because my aunt was running the farm at the time, and I had enough. I enforced the right of ascension with the legal documents because, I'm a constitutional lawyer, and I enforced it, and she was mad. Oh, man, she was mad. So I took over management of the farm. I got a different farm manager to do it. And it was all good, and everybody made more money as a result back then. But the bank failed. Now, that receivership took 3.5, 4 months. What my point is this: the bankers don't know anything, but they know what. You know what they know now? Citizens Bank up in the Des Moines area, on the other side of the state, and on the other side of the state, farm accounts, lots of farm real estate. And accounts like this, okay? But there's $59 billion missing, guys. $59 billion. They don't know where it's at. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just see who's retired in the last 5 or 10 years. And then maybe you could find that $59 billion, okay? But anyway, here's my point. My point is this. They failed on a Thursday. It went into receivership on a Friday. On Monday, the receivership was over, and they're open under a new name. Do you know what that's called, folks? I'm going to tell you what it's called. It's called NESARA.
Yep.
Whoa. It's NESARA. Okay? Now, Debbie Stevens, our good friend with APL Go, is going to be on the show in a little bit, and she has a bank story to tell, and I'm going to let her tell it. But it's also, she sent me a copy of what she's going to talk about, and I said, "Can you say NESARA?"
Yeah.
Okay. And she's going, and it's happening all over, folks. It's happening all over. My grandson was supposed to go to court on some kind of a BS charge Monday. Now, my daughter called down there and they said, "Oh, they're not having any court right now. We'll let you know when we reschedule."
Right. Right.
Well, we'll let you know when we reschedule. And how, just exactly how are you going to do that? Or how are you going to do that when the judge and all the clerks are in jail? Would you tell me that, please?
Yeah. Yeah, because, they all have to be arrested. All have to be arrested. I mean.
Don't you understand? Kent Dunn knows this. Brian knows this. Doc knows this. But you got to know this. If you got two or more parties working in concert, working in cooperation with each other to take advantage of a third party. So that'd be like me and Brian ganging up on Kent to take advantage of him financially. Okay. Do you know what that's called?
Scammer.
You know what that's called? It's called felony.
Yeah.
It's called a felony. Okay.
Yep.
And guess what? Every court case that went through there, those women were working in concert, in cooperation with the judge. And so were the police officers. And then when they create bonds behind your back, it's called the RICO Act. Two or more people. Violation of RICO. Huge felony. Huge felony. Okay? Now, if you don't know what the RICO Act is, go back and watch your old Untouchables TV shows. Because they'll talk about, who was the guy that was running the Untouchables back in the day?
Elliot Ness.
Elliot Ness.
Yeah.
Elliot Ness was always saying, he says, well, we get them in here, we can get them on RICO. Okay. Well, guess what? RICO. Hi, Sharon McIntyre. How are you? We can get them on RICO. Okay.
Right.
Now, because we are on YouTube tonight and we're on TikTok, we have to watch our language and we can't say, so we're going to say Mr. T when we have to talk about Mr. T. And when we have to talk about Brandon, we're going to talk about Brandon. And when we have to talk about the cable guys, you know who that is. I call the cable guys. So say cable real fast, and that's who we're talking about. Okay. So, but anyway, we appreciate being on YouTube and we appreciate being on TikTok Live. And it's exciting. It's exciting knowing that many people are watching and listening. And I will tell you before we get really into it deep tonight that we want to welcome the radio station's new sponsor, and that is Immusist.com. ImmusistAdvance.com. They are the sponsor for the show. And we are proud to have them at hamiltonradio.net. Are we ready all? Yes, we are ready, Maureen. Man, you put the prettiest pictures up there, Maureen. You're very pretty. I'm just going to tell you that. Isn't she pretty, Kent?
Yeah, very pretty.
She's a sweetheart too.
Very easy on the eyes. It's just
Well, you know what they say, easy on the eyes and hard on the heart, You
need some more Immusist? Well, we got a deal on Immusist, okay? Now, we're gonna get into some Immusist stuff here in just a little bit. But listen, on the Immusist, if you go on their website and you order, listen to this. Okay, I am so honored to have them as a sponsor, and thank you, Kent, for getting me in touch with them and everything. And Kent and Dawn, Kent and Dawn are my family. I love them. Okay, but listen to this. It's Advance with Chance. It rhymes. Yeah. So instead of Advance with Mount or Advance with Done, it's with Chance. So if you order online at Immusist Advance, friendslearning.com. There it is. Okay. Hey, Joe Cervantes. Buenos dias, amigo. And okay, listen to this. ImmuAssist Advance will give you $5 off if you each bottle, $5 off each bottle.
Right.
If you put Advance with Chance on the discount code. Okay. And it is active right now. So listen, I'm going to tell you what this does. Okay. Because I got it all explained to me by the head lady. Her name's Jackie. She's a wonderful lady. Kent knows her. Now she's a good friend of mine. And Gene, you'll be talking to her soon, I'm sure.
Sure.
But listen, this stuff. Do you have the link for the YouTube video for my friends who aren't on Facebook? Maybe Gene can put that up.
I got it. I'll get it up. Okay.
Okay, he'll take care of it. And but listen, this is the way it. Okay, so let's say you're taking APL Go. Let's say you're taking the STP, which is the stop pain. Okay,
Right.
And then you're taking ImmuAssist Advance along with it. This supercharges and infuses itself into your body that much more efficient and that much more powerful. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you understand this, and this is what Bill Mount's been telling you for years, this is what Kent Dunn's been telling you for weeks, and now this is what I'm telling you. And we're very proud to be part of the ImmuAssist Advanced team, and we're very proud to be part of the APL Go team. But this stuff works, okay? My son just started on the ImmuAssist Advanced, okay? He started yesterday. He hasn't had his yet today, but he's going to get it. He just got done with his APL Go lozenges, and we're looking for big things coming. Now,
can I make a suggestion for you?
Absolutely.
All right. Whenever you start taking the ImmuAssist Advance, folks, I want you to use 11 drops in the morning and 11 drops around 4 or 5 in the afternoon to keep it good and in your system. Okay. You 11 drops, 12 drops, whatever you feel best, but 11 drops in them at a minimum, So,
well, I'm going to tell you what, I have been taking it now.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you found it, Tara. Yeah, and just remember, Advance with Chance will get you $5 off. And for some reason you decide to order 6 bottles, then you would get $5 off per bottle. So that, I woke up to the medical serpent. What's that? What's the medical serpent? Do you know what that is, Kent?
She's just talking about like the drugs of,
Oh yeah. Yeah. You got it, Brian. You got it.
A dream.
Yeah. Try to take the ImmuAssist on an empty stomach if you can. It'll absorb a lot faster.
Oh, that's great. That's great news. Yeah, you should be excited. I'm excited, and I endorse this product wholeheartedly. So does Kent and Brian. We're going to have to get you on the ImmuAssist. Oh, you got several.
Yes.
All right. Well, then I'm preaching to the choir.
I'm always on top of it.
Yes, you are. In fact, Brian's on top of something right now that we need to talk about just for a couple minutes before we go back into Intel. And we got some good intel. You guys, listen, you need to send some donations in to keep the show going, because you're not going to get intel this good any place else. And I'm telling you, when we talk, and I talk separately to Brian and Kent Dunn and Docg, we come up with we find out more things from each other that each one of us knows. And you're not going to find this information anywhere else. Plus, we have a darn good time delivering it to you, don't we, Brian?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just, and listen, after I had Brian on one show, the first show, after the first show I did, the first show sucked. I didn't know what I was doing, and maybe I still don't. But I said to Brian, I said, you need to be one of my co-hosts. And he says, oh, well, I don't know if I could add that much to it. And people just love him as they love you as much as they love Kent Dunn. I mean, I got an all-star team here, and it's not just my show. It's all of our show. It's Brian's show. It's Doc G's show. It's Kent Dunn's show. It's all of our shows. So if I say me, if I say I, me, or my show or whatever, I'm meaning it for all of us as a collective, because listen, this is my family here, okay? And we just, not only are we giving information, but we're having fun doing it, and we're just so blessed. But
hey, we're going to talk about what happened at the Pentagon. Tell the story.
I'm going to right after Brian tells us about the GoFundMe thing that he's got up on the screen here.
Okay.
So I just want to be clear and transparent. So there's someone that I care about, and I have been assisting her and her mother. So I'm not wealthy by any means, and I've told the good deed of my family, and being helpful and assistant, and with the understanding that this idea of what money means is literally a tool. So if you can save someone's life, I sure hope you would honor such an unbiased karma format, because in the end, the return is going to be far greater. So I just found out today that the mother will need her third dose. There's no way I can afford it. I used 2 Vanguard accounts so the mom could get her special surgery. And you can read the bio, the backstory. I left a little bit. It's very transparent. It's very clear as to what I have done and what I have accomplished. But now I can't do it alone. So I'm just going to leave it up to the collective. Whatever you're able to, you can, whatever you can do. If not, I will still figure it out. So,
well, listen, everybody came to Tara's aid, and you've constantly come to my aid, and you've helped Gene, and you've supported Kent Dunn. And so I'm counting on you guys, even if you can only give, if we can get 1,000 people, to give $5 each, okay, then that's helps. And if we get 2,000 people to give $5 each, and thank you, Maureen, we appreciate it. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. We're not going to put any financial demands on you. That's why when we ask for donations, it's just donation, whatever you want to move forward, okay? Because I have people come to my house, and you guys know most of the time I'm broke, and it's a joke, but if it's the difference between somebody having a meal or not, I'll give them my last $3, and I've done it, okay? Right. And I know you guys have too. Oh, yeah. I know you guys have too. And the generosity has been shown to me, I will never forget, and I will absolutely, I swear to God, I will pay it forward when my blessing comes. Okay. Now, Kent Dunn brought up this lady's mother needs some help. Okay, this isn't no joke. She's had some serious problems. Please go on and read about it and do what you can. Okay, but Kent and I were talking about, and we were laughing about this today. There's a link right up here, Connie. It says on the right-hand side of the screen, it says www.gofundme.com. Do you see that? And then just click on that link. And the campaign's called Unbiased Karma.
That's what I need you to say. Say the whole thing so that the radio listeners can hear you and TikTok listeners can hear you.
Okay, that's fine.
Connie's a good woman. Yeah.
www.gofundme.com. GoFundMe.com/campaigns, CAMPAIGNS, and campaign is unbiased, UNBIAS Karma, KARMA. And if you can't find it, then do a search for it. Okay.
Thank you.
But it really will help. And listen, I'm going to tell you what. I damn near lost my house that I'm in right now. I damn near lost it.
Me too.
And I got some assistance from a heavenly source, and I'm so appreciative. Yep. So what I want to tell you is, I'm sure the people on the other end of this GoFundMe will be very appreciative too. And listen, we're going to be able to help everybody in just a couple weeks. Now, before I get into what happened at the Pentagon, I want to tell you about what Kent was talking about the twice as many cabal fiat stuff coming out.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there is a bunch of it floating around, and Kent said that there's going to have to be a lot of gold to cover that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to remember one thing. I reminded Kent, we've got the gold. It's in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
That's where our gold is. And there's enough gold in the Grand Canyon that we'll be able to take care of it. And then the what's the it's not the Rodriguez Trust, but what super what is it called?
No, you're talking now. Coming up this Christmas, they're going to open up the Saint Germain Trust, and that's going to be under Dubai for it's under Friends and Family. That's supposed to come in December 25th.
Okay, but there's also a Super Capitelli or something like that fund. What's that?
Super Pacellis are
Pacelli, that's it. Yeah.
Super Pacellis are 1913 railroad bonds that are backed by gold from China.
Yep. So there's going to be plenty of gold to cover this thing, guys. You just really don't have to worry about it. There's how many trusts is there that's going to back this thing? 300 trusts, wasn't there, Kent? Or
300? Yeah, there's 300 bonds that are going to back this.
Right. So we're going to be all right. Every one of us is going to be fine. Okay.
Right.
And very nice, Maureen. Prayers of all bright healing for her, Brian. Thank you, Maureen. We appreciate the prayers too. Prayers are very powerful, positive energy, light, everything. It's all good, good karma. So there's plenty of gold to back all this. Sharon, living in a car right now. Oh my gosh.
There's so many people that need help, man. There's so
Sharon,
many,
If you were closer, you could come here and stay with me and my boy. I'm serious. You could. If you were closer, you're welcome to. I'm got a feeling you're not too close. So, but my heart goes out to you, and I know that we have your prayers for Brian's friends. But let's talk about what went on at the Pentagon. Now let's see. When did this happen? Oh, I think it was a day or two ago. You're in Georgia. Okay. Let's talk about what went on in the Pentagon. First of all, I called Don about an hour and a half ago, and I said, I was so excited. I guess. I said, I got some really good news. And she says, what's going on? And I said, I got galactic update. And she says, what? She couldn't believe it. That's not my department. The galactic update is not my department. That's this guy's department right here. This Mr. Kent Dunn is the galactic guru. Okay. That's not my thing. But General Steve called me and told me this story. And it's not a story. Because I could hear the fear. I could hear the fear in his voice.
Yep.
Because he says, Chance, he says, he calls it Ooga Booga. He says, I don't believe in any of this ooga booga stuff, but he says it's coming straight down the source. He says straight down the pike to me, and he says that 6 people who weren't really people marched in beings. That's what we'll call them. We'll call them our friendly beings, okay? Because they are being friendly because they're trying to help us.
Right.
Okay. Friendly beings walked into the Pentagon and had a nice meeting with all the generals and all the muckety mucks, okay? And all the big power players and everything. And she says, "Hello, my Sharon. How are you? You are so pretty." Anyway, they walked in and they said, "We're going to have a meeting." And of course, you could just imagine the looks on these faces because they were people, but they weren't our kind of people. They were extraterrestrials. Venetians. That's right. Venetians.
From Venus.
So everybody's getting a little freaked out, and they have this meeting. Okay. Yeah, I know, Maria. You listen. It gets better. It gets better. This whole thing, and I could hear the fear in Steve's voice because he just got completely woke up. I mean, he went from being awake to being awake. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And they said that here's the way it's going to be. And you can either be part of the solution or we're going to take you off planet.
Right.
And off planet means.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're part of the problem, you're gone.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, guess what? These 8 out of the whole bunch, there was 8 of them. And he says there was 8 of them. And he said some of their names, and I don't remember any of their names. You'll probably figure it out if you go look at their personnel list. They're missing.
Yeah. So
that wouldn't be hard to figure out. But I guess 8 of them got up and started saying, "You down there." I'm not going to say any cuss words, but you get 8 generals in there.
Yeah, they more or less said, "We're going to run things the way we want to run things, and you ain't got nothing to say about it."
Exactly.
Guess how the Venetians took that?
Here's how they took it. They were gone.
Correct.
Right in front of that entire meeting and all those people. They were gone. Poof, pixie dust gone. Okay?
Right.
And the way General Steve told me, I'm so excited because this is my first galactic update. I just don't know how to act. I feel like I'm giddy like a schoolgirl.
Yep.
We don't mess around.
No.
We're dead serious. We're always set and prepared. I mean, we'll tell
I'm loving
it. And that'll be that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
I mean, we're not, like Brian said, we don't play. And I tell people right off the bat, I'm not human. I am an alien. I am an alien. And when I get up on that ship, all the BS stops. I go straight to the source. I do my job. And then I go back and I report to the admiral. And then I go wait for my next job. That's
it's all business. It's all business. I'm going to tell you that I like mixing things up here on the show and acting funny and making goofy faces and saying silly things and singing songs and stuff like that. Pixie dust, yes. Woo-hoo. Anyway, but when they go up there and they do their thing, they ain't playing around, folks, and it's real, and it's not Memorex, it's real, okay? So they left. Now, here's the rest of the story. Guess where they're going next? United Nations.
The Luciferian Trust.
Did I bring a home run on my first galactic update?
Yep.
I'm doing the Mr. T dance on that one. Ooh.
Oh, it'd be awesome if they were caught on camera where they just go, snap, just like that.
Yeah.
Now, I'll let Brian answer that. Brian, are you human?
Huh? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not human. I'm angelic.
He's an angelic, folks.
I'm a Pleiadian.
Thank you.
but I'm still considered Palladian just because that was the location that I came from my universe to.
Correct.
So I am a guest, but I'm still part of the family.
And we're glad to have you here. You're part of the Hamilton Radio family. You're part of the Kent Dunn family, and you're part of the Chance McFadden family. And yes, and you're welcome to come to dinner any night. You got no place to go or any place. We'll put you in bed. We'll give you a good meal, and we'll watch TV, and then we'll crash. You can even have a dog to sleep with you if you want to. So but. Wow, that was a galactic update. Yeah, I know, Maria. You're a puppy. I know, Maria and her dogs. Yes, you are, Sharon. You are a gorgeous goddess. Yes.
Well, I'll be talking to the Duke of St. Petersburg here. Probably in a day or probably by the weekend. I'll talk to the Duke of St. Petersburg.
Yeah, he had an interesting video out, and guess what? He's hitting about 80% of where we're at, Kent.
Oh yeah.
He's not talking about the RV or the or the Nassar or anything, but he's in the ballpark where we're at. So he's got completely different sources. He's got government sources. Yeah, but folks, I want to remind everybody. Did I mention last week about when they swore in the Mike Johnson clone?
The 45th speaker.
Yeah, the 45th speaker of the House. I talked about that.
Yeah, went from 40 years old to 51. Ain't that amazing? 11 years in just a clone. Think about it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 40 to 51.
Well, he's the 45th Speaker of the House.
Right.
See, and Nancy Pelosi was the 53rd.
Yeah. That's the part that people need to understand. How is he the 45th if she was the 53rd? Well, it's got to be common sense that that the Republic has been restored behind the scenes.
Exactly. Hello, Debbie. And yes, it's all about love. LOVE, love. Yep. And that's, in fact, I'm leaning back in my chair right now because I'm petting a dog, and that's all about my love, my little Dottie Henson.
Oh. Are you sure you can say that on the radio? Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Are you sure you can say that on the radio? You're petting your dog? I mean, you ought to be wearing a hockey mask if you're going to do that. You know that? Okay.
Oh, gosh. Let's see. It's just about time for Debbie to come in. Debbie, if you want to click in and come in, we're just about ready for you. Guys, if you can, go to the GoFundMe page. And, I want to tell you guys were all just incredible when you helped Tara. She's our webmaster for the Chance chat on Telegram.
Yep.
And because nobody's going to click on the link or write it down, it's hard to give. So if you want to go be part of the Chance chat on Telegram, it's a private group. Hi, Deborah. Then send me an email at chancemusic@yahoo.com. Man, we got a lot of aliens jumping in tonight. Andromedan and Pergassian. Yep. I got told. That's cool.
So what's really cool, and I just want to talk about the unbiased karma. For every action that you take in generating good karma, it is recorded, and it does change your situation in your abundance. Because as we've all said before, not all straw man accounts are equal.
No.
That is an actual fact. So
that is absolute fact.
There's a sentient system behind the mechanism that allows a greater governance when there's especially a shift in place that you're going to bear witness to. So, and I'm not saying to do it from a materialistic perspective. You want to do it from a holistic perspective of what it means to generate a holistic community, because that's what you want. That's how four, but especially 5D operates. It's all holistic on a lot of these planets.
Right. No expected outcome, really. Right. And just put your love out there and just do it as a love thing.
Gifting without receiving.
That's what I mean. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. When we got our new sponsor here, Immusist Advance, when we got our new sponsor, I told her straight up, I said, look, I don't work for Hamilton Radio. I don't make any commissions. I don't do anything. You want to come on board with a sponsor? We're gonna back you because we believe in your product. And I believe in it so much that I think it's going to be a very powerful duo with APL Go and Immusist Advance. They're not going to do anything but complement each other. And it's going to supercharge the APL Go. It's going to supercharge the Tesla technology. And I'm going to be much more prepared on next week's show. But listen, I'm expecting to have my puppy show anytime. So keep watching Facebook Live. Tuesday nights, I do a Facebook Live at 5. And here's our good friend, Debbie. Debbie, before we start talking about APL Go, it's so good to see you. Hi, honey. Hey,
Hello.
listen, do me a favor and tell people about your bank statement. Okay, just try not to give any personal information out, but just tell them about it.
Well, I got a check that I wrote and it got deposited and then it got credited. And it happened to have been from the IRS. So I wrote the check. I waited about a week and a half, checked to see if there was money in there. And then the next thing I know is they debited and then they credited me back.
Right.
Interesting.
Nasara, folks. Nasara in action.
Right.
What did I tell you last week, Debbie, when we were talking on the phone, just you and me? I said, don't be surprised if they don't cash that check. Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I listen. I'm not always right. I make mistakes. I'm human. But listen, I'm going to tell you what. When I was right on that, I'm right on that. Okay. And it's so tickled to death for you.
I was amazed.
We're going to have the dogs barking over here if they hear that. Fur babies.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry about Chance. He's just putting on the dog.
Yeah, definitely. So
I
tonight,
got a buddy of mine from out of town, and he's having housing problems. And I said, well, you're welcome to come down here and stay with me. And I know why he doesn't, because I got 7 dogs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to come down here and stay with me either.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad when you don't want to stay with yourself, you know? I mean,
I know, man. I'm telling you. No, I love my babies, and they tear up my house, but I'll get it fixed. It's coming up, this winter. Just remember, Mr. T has told us all, everybody, at several rallies, all of us.
Yep.
We're all going to have a very good Christmas. Now,
Right.
I will suggest to you the possibility of next year, Halloween won't be Halloween. It'll be called something else because we're going to be on the other calendar.
right.
And my guess is Christmas next year, not this year, but Christmas next year is going to be something else because remember, Christmas is a cable guys holiday. Okay. It's part of the cable guys. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you keep all this in mind, that's okay, because the guy that we're celebrating his birthday as December 25th is actually born on November 11th, 9/11. Okay. So not only will we be celebrating on a different date because of the new calendar,
Yep.
which is the old calendar, the proper calendar, but we will be celebrating non-satanic holidays.
Yep.
And the only thing I can tell you, Debbie, is you have been blessed, and I think you know it, don't you?
I'm waiting and see till tomorrow to see what it looks like in the bank account, to see if it's still there. And if it's
Well, we're all
still
going to put out a positive energy prayer for you right now that it is still there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What is the Thanksgiving holiday? I don't know. Let's ask Kent or Brian. That's a Kent or Brian answer.
That was started by Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War. When the North and the South would fight each other, there were brothers that were on different sides and cousins that were on different sides. Well, Lincoln and Jefferson Davis agreed that on Thanksgiving, everybody would stop fighting that day, and brothers could go visit each other on both sides. Cousins, they could spend the day, but they had to be back in their camp by nighttime. Okay. And next morning they would start they'd go back to fighting each other. But that's why Thanksgiving is so important. A lot of people don't know. It's the only holiday that's ever stopped a war.
It's very powerful. Yeah. It's one of the most blessed holidays because it's about family. So I don't see that leaving, but I do agree the name and the idea of Halloween will change. It doesn't necessarily mean that people won't dress up. It'll just have a different meaning because they'll have a greater understanding. And Christmas, the same thing. I am actually not sure about like the idea of Valentine's Day. I've never really
I think that was created by the greeting card companies and the Florals Association.
Yeah, I do like St. Patrick's Day just because I'm born in March. So I've always, loved the idea of leprechauns and, the ancient folklore. Yeah.
Debbie?
I tell you what, if you ever meet one of them, they're about some ornery little bastards. I'll tell you.
They are. No, I agree. Yes, they're not.
I've seen some videos on them, and they really look cool. But from what I understand, you cannot approach them because they could be little wicked little things.
Oh yeah, they do.
Debbie wants to talk about the beauty product. Right? Is that what you're going to talk about tonight for the APL?
Yes,
show?
I am. Yes. Right there it is. Oops, try and get my fingers off of it. Yes, definitely so. This will make men and women younger again. And
so we rub it around her face first, then we put it in her mouth, right?
Right.
You can do that. Yeah.
Eyeliner.
Yeah.
Well, they do have this is what they have. It's like natural Botox.
With puffy bags, right?
You had to bring it up, didn't you, Kent? You just had.
Because that stuff that they actually put underneath their eyes is made out of bull serum. Y'all figure what that is.
I don't want to talk about that. Oh my goodness,
that's
God.
the truth. Hey, that's what's in these energy drinks too. That's what gives these energy drinks the energy. It's got bull serum in it.
We're gonna pass on that stuff.
Yeah, definitely so. Definitely.
Well, how pretty is this beauty gonna make me? Okay.
It'll just make it, you'll go back to 16, whatever you want to be, takes your lines away, takes everything away. Actually, it's got the collagen in it. It's, of course, it's got castor oil in it. It's got all the good factors in it. It's all natural. So it takes care of your, of course, hair, nails. It's got the natural collagen in it, and it's got everything you can imagine, in it that's good for you. So, I just wanted to tell you about these products. The
Well, wait a
European.
minute. If that's Tesla charged collagen, okay, and Tesla charged castor oil, then we're gonna put that on a high performance level if you add the Imusist Advance.
Well, why don't you just put a motor on the toilet and get it over with? We're going to go high performance. Let's just get a motor on the toilet.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know what? Y'all got to be. Listen, I'm going to give you a little hint about me. You got to be careful. You don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. Okay?
We're really familiar with that. You about choked me up. I about fell off the chair here. I just want you to know.
Oh my goodness sakes. Well, the Europeans believe in washing their face twice. So they have this product that it's a foam cleanser. And then what they do after you wash that off, then you go ahead and you put your cream on it, and then you wipe it off. And then of course you go through this process and everything. So it just makes you feel good. And the men use this too. It's a very good product. It's like several products. I mean, like there's one for the skin, one for the eyes. They have, everything you can imagine. But like I say, it's all natural. Oh, look, he's crying. He's so happy.
Yeah. No.
I just can't wait to get my hands on these products.
You know why he's crying? Because
Why?
he's going to look like the queen of the cold cream lagoon. Or the king of the cold cream lagoon, Whichever he wants to be.
Debbie, let me ask you, is that because it's internal? You're taking the tablets internal and it's helping the skin externally?
Well, yes, you got your
We still
yes.
hear you.
Yes, definitely so. So you've got your beauty products, your lozenges that you take once a day, and then you put this on your face. So you're working on yourself inside and out, definitely. So, the lines that are going away, the women that have used this, they were on a 6 months trial, and it's unbelievable what they look like now. And I'm just impressed. So I'm hoping it works for me.
So anyway, you're a beautiful person, and you're going to get even more beautiful, I guess.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. But
I'm sorry.
Okay. Go ahead, Brian.
Question. I was going to ask a question. So would it help with like scarring or acne?
Yes.
Or because I'd assume a lot of people don't have great eating habits, and they just kind of like their face flare up and get a lot of the pores and stuff.
Right. So yes, it does work for that also.
Okay.
So even with the combination that you take of the other lozenges, it all works in conjunction together. So yeah, it really does. And I'm impressed.
I have a strange question to ask you.
Oh
okay?
Boy.
All right. If you understand that humans have belly buttons, okay? There's 236 healing points that go through the belly button. Can you use this cream not only on your face, but can you also rub it on the outside of the belly button to be absorbed through the body?
Well, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, because it has all of the herbs in it.
Yeah, that's what so see, you're getting healing, you're getting healing from the belly button and on the outside of your skin. I mean, you can't beat that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, you
very
can't beat it.
truthfully, especially if it has the castor oil in it. So you know what the
Right.
castor oil does. It draws
Right.
through it. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely. And this product, you only use just a little minute. It'll last you a good 6 months to a year for these products. So it might be a little bit of an investment, but I'm telling you, it's worth it.
So is a Botox injection, and that's bad for you.
Oh, who would want to take
And it
put
costs
that?
you a lot of money, and you have to get injected, and you have to go to a doctor. This is something you're doing at your house. It's simple, it's easy, and you're just,
Well,
on.
I would never want to put poison in my body.
Tell us more, Gene. Tell us about your Botox
Oh,
injection.
not me. I'm just saying.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Hey, I don't do anything like that.
Well, you seem like an expert. I was just, tell us more, Gene.
I'm just saying the Botox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm just trying to relate to Debbie with what she's saying. It just makes more sense to me to do it yourself with an all natural product that has nanotechnology, that's Tesla, whatever, and it's got the right herbs for you. Use that. I would rather use that anyway.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, I started using it back in July, and I was just, I was amazed. Wow, how it just makes everything feel so soft, your skin, and you've got that, I don't know what they say, glow.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I'll get younger. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So keep in mind, people, you don't take a glob and you shove it in your belly button to assume it's going to tighten your face spontaneously. But if you do, I'll get a good laugh.
Yes.
If I had two more hands, I'd look younger.
Yeah.
Yes, you just use a little bit, and it goes a very long way. So, like I say, it's something that I wanted to show everyone tonight. And you just take one of the drops, and sometimes when you take collagen, period, you gain weight with that. You don't with this. So, there's a difference there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's protein. Collagen is actually protein.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
Well, the other thing is, with the lozenges, you're putting them under your tongue and you're sucking on them, and it goes down directly into your heart and it gets to the right places. So it only makes sense to use the cream not only on your face but in your navel, like Kent was talking about, and it makes sense. And even not any kind of supplement that you take, you're better off to, if it's a pill, then just open it, put it in a spoon, and put it under your tongue. Sometimes that sucks as far as taste, but APL Go doesn't have that problem because all their products are candy flavored.
yes, definitely. Hey, Kent, I have to ask you, how's Dawn? Is she happy?
Yeah. In fact, she's already had her relaxed, and she's going to lay down. She's already went to lay down.
Oh my!
So she's going to get her rest and everything.
Yeah.
And we're doing the show, and then I'm going to watch the All-Star Cowboys after this, and then I'm going to up to the moon. So,
okay.
Everything's going to be good.
I just wanted to know. She was awful quiet tonight, so I didn't know whether or not.
Yeah. Because we usually hear her piping in from the background, and she's welcome to come on camera as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
She's a little bit shy. She's not like me. I'm kind of, I just throw everything out there and see what sticks,
Yeah, that's right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Very true.
Ken, I got to ask you a question. I'm not planning on taking any galactic updates away from you, but what did you think of the galactic update tonight? Were you pretty happy with it, or what?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we had already got it had already went through the Terran Council, that what had happened at the Pentagon. So, and we knew the Venetians were going to have a meeting there, but we didn't know when the meeting was going to be. So obviously they hurried it up, you know, but we were working on another timeline whenever we heard about it. So, you know, I announced it to the Terran Council.
Well, all I can say is there's 8 muckety muck generals or whatever their position was. There's 8 of them that ain't coming home tonight. So,
Well, the thing about it is they were controlled by the Rothschilds in the first place. All right. They're Luciferian generals. Okay. They didn't get that high up by going out and doing their work. Okay. They do it. They get there. They do it by sacrificing. Okay. Every month. Okay. This is how they get it. How will they explain their disappearance?
They're not.
They just didn't. They're not. They just not going to come home. You know.
They'll put people. They'll just hire actors.
Yeah.
They'll just list the spots until transition.
More masks.
It's like taking a Muppet and throwing it away.
Yes.
Oh, they're gone. We're not going to use that Muppet again.
Yeah. The Venetians, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've dealt with the Venetians and they're good beings. They're good to work with. But man, when they're there on business, I mean, they're not there to play around. And if you mouth off to them, I promise you, Jill is going to send you packing. And I'm telling you, Jill is the admiral of the Venetian fleet. Okay. I'm telling you now.
Well, all I got to say is respect, you know, respect.
Great love.
You know,
great
because
love.
they're helping us take out the trash, you know?
Yep.
And that's what a lot of the white hats are doing. And guys, when you go to bed at night, say a prayer, positive energy and happy thoughts to the families of the white hats that aren't going to be around to be with us to celebrate our new world, our new existence, our new plane of existence. They sacrifice. They made the ultimate sacrifice. There's a lot of them, a lot more than you'll ever know. And I hope somehow, somewhere, there's some kind of a memorial put up to them. You know,
there will
it would
be.
really be nice.
There will be, but also it'll be all around the world. So their names will be known and recognized. They will have a holographic archive that will show them physically and what they've done. But at the same time, no, those souls are going to be taken care of on the other 3D planets. So they're going to be left with a very honorable imprint, and they're going to be guided as such. So they're going to, you don't have to worry. They're going to be highly looked after.
You know, they're going to become part of the Akashic records. If we're lucky, maybe they'll be put into the Yellow Book. Y'all know what the Yellow Book is, right?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
No.
The Yellow Book is what was given. Okay. Understand. There's a group of aliens called E-bands, okay, that came here, had been coming here, but they met with the government in the late 40s, okay? And as a gift, E-band 2, who was a female, okay, gave a gift to the government called the Yellow Book, and that's the code name of it. It's a yellow book, but when you open it up, it becomes like an expandable computer. And what it did, it shows the government what's happened on this planet all the way back to 200 BC. So they can track from 200 BC up to date to see what's worked and what's not worked.
Yeah.
This is one of these special technologies that they don't talk about, but the code name is called Yellow Book. Y'all look it up.
I will. Sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
Debbie,
Yes. Yes, sir.
Since I got you here, I'm going to tell you I need some more STP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because I've been having a lot of back problems. I ran out, and
You need an SLD too.
which one's that for?
That's the you take those both together, the stop and slide and the stop and slide. Yeah. One's for pain, one's for inflammation. Okay. I'll send it
Yeah,
out
that'll be
tomorrow.
good. All right.
Everybody else
And,
okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm good.
Gene, do you need anything?
Oh, Debbie, I need everything. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to use what's left of what I have before I order more, because I'm just they all work, but that's the problem. I don't know which ones work better than the others. I think they all work. So if I have to order them all, and now I got to order the beauty one, it's
try the castor oil around the belly button.
That's a great idea. I do castor oil every night on my bladder because I have bladder issues. I have
Put it around your belly button.
Bladder too. What's that, Cat?
Put it around your belly
Gene, I
button.
don't think you need the beauty. I don't think you need the beauty, Gene. You're pretty enough as it is.
My wife loves me. I'm happy. The only person I got to please. I'm good.
Yeah. Well, you make Dawn happy too when you got that Star Trek thing going on there. So
I don't know what that is. That's just a shirt. It's just a shirt.
It's just it's either the shirt or the way you had your hair coiffed or whatever.
He's Captain G is who he is.
Yeah.
He gets that hat. He gets that hair going. He gets that hair flow going, and his Star Trek shirt on, and he becomes Captain G, not Docg.
You know what, Kent? When I look at some of my friends in their 60s, like me, and they don't have any hair, thank God I have hair. That's all I say. Thank God I take my biotin. Thank God I take my Shilajit. Thank God I take this and I take all that. Yeah.
But the biggest thing you need to take is in a natural, it comes from horsetail, okay, which grows by a creek, and we used to use it all the time, but we would soak it in moonshine. We'd let it set in moonshine for 6 months. Yeah, and then you would put it and mix it in a bottle, spray it in your hair, okay? Yeah. Hey, listen, it works.
It regrows hair, right? Regrows hair.
Yeah, it regrows hair. And if you'll take it,
all you bald guys better pay attention here, quick.
Yeah, it's one of the three essential minerals.
Make notes. That's why it's good to make notes when you're watching this show, folks.
Look at Chance's
because
hair.
You never know what
darker now. His hair is getting darker. Look.
Your
hair's getting darker, Chance. Your hair is getting darker.
I know. It's a Shilajit. It's a copper. It's
big, yeah.
It's everything. Yeah, my hair is getting darker.
Well, it is amazing that some of the people that you've went to school with, and what you walk in and you're like, what happened to them? Some people age good, and some people are just, oh man, they've been down the road, several times.
They walked into the barbed wire fence,
Debbie, my wife is like that. I don't want to say her age, but she's around my age, and she looks like she's in her 30s.
Well, that's good. Good genes.
I'm telling you about these.
Because I look like our grandfather instead of looking like her husband.
It's because we're all operating from a different perception.
I bet he's the talk of the town. Look at that old man taking his granddaughter out to breakfast. Ain't that interesting?
Well, it's amazing. Some people take care of themselves and other people don't. There's just
the people that don't. I'm going to describe to you what they do. They're driving their car. Oh, well, I'm going to pull into their 7-Eleven and get me a giant soda and a couple of candy bars.
No. Mm.
Folks, do you know how much poison is in soda pop? I'm
Yeah.
just thankful I just got my son completely off of it. He is cooperating so much that
Well, he'll
can't.
feel so much better.
How many times? What is it? 43 times the amount of sugar? Is that what you told me today?
Wow.
Yeah, 43 times the amount. Yeah.
In a big gulp or just a regular large?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
I think
crazy.
you would like our
Do you know
eat.
they put so much sugar in a Mountain Dew? They put Brian, you might know about this. They put so much sugar in a Mountain Dew, they put another chemical to keep you from gagging on it. What is
Bromide.
that? Do you know about that?
Bromide.
Bromelain, is it?
Yeah, bromide.
Bromide.
It's vegetable bromide.
Oil, yeah.
You know, do you all know what bromide is? We had bromide grenades whenever I was in the military when we captured the weapons over there. Okay, over in Grenada. That's what we melted the weapons down with.
Isn't
You
that
can
a flame retardant thing, though, Ken? It's a flame
Let me tell you
retardant.
something. I'll tell you what, it burns so hot, you put it on top of a tank engine, and it will burn a hole through a tank engine.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
and people
I've heard that.
are
I've heard that.
and they're adding this to Mountain Dew.
And isn't
Okay.
that in bread also? It's in bread because they don't use that over in Europe. And we
Brominated
have all
vegetable
this.
oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
BVO. Yeah. You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
poison.
I quit eating bread. I quit eating bread. I'm using tortillas now and liking it very much. And if I fry anything with the tortillas, I fry it in butter. I don't use corn oil.
Bread.
I don't
That's
use
what
any
I do.
corn syrup. I don't use any cheap pancake syrup. It has to be completely maple syrup in a bottle, and it has to say 100% maple syrup in it. Corn syrup, corn oil, folks, it's poison.
Yeah.
You want a quick route to a heart attack and to go on and see your maker. Well, keep eating them corn syrup, those candy bars, and my son today, I was very, very proud of him. Very proud of him because getting him to change his diet it's a difficult thing, but he's quit the pop. He's gone to water. I do let him have a couple green teas a day, but he got some ham at Aldi's, and he looked at it and he says, "Oh, Dad, this is made with corn syrup," and he says, "I can't eat it," and I said,
Yeah.
"That's right, you can't."
That's
You know,
right.
and you got to stop
Hey,
it.
if you need a liquid, please use sorghum. Please use sorghum instead.
I'd like
It's a lot-
I'd like to see sorghum used more. In fact, I think I ought to buy some.
Yeah,
You know,
there's
buy a big bottle of it.
family. There's a family in Muddy Creek, Tennessee. They have a sorghum factory there,
Cool.
and you can order from them online. So y'all look that up.
What is the website?
Why
Ken?
can't
We
you?
can, we'll check them out.
I don't remember the website, but I know they're in Muddy Creek, Tennessee,
All right.
and it's a family operation. Yeah.
Guys, I do want to ask if sorghum could be used to replace corn oil and corn syrup when they're making processed meat and processed cheese. Couldn't they, Kent? Couldn't it be replaced?
Yeah, but the thing about it is it's awful sweet.
Okay, so I guess it would be experimentation on the exact formula to get it to balance out. You know?
Right, exactly. I mean, you'd almost have to put salt in it, to give it some kind of a neutral. Yeah.
I got that website. It's called muddypondsorghum.com.
Yeah. And
It's
I'll tell
from
you what,
Tennessee.
it
You're
comes
right.
out of Tennessee, and it's a family operation. And I'll tell you what, folks, if you're used to using that, it's called, what is that? Sorghum. Sorghum. It's a plant that grows in a field Kind of looks like a corn stalk, except it's got seeds, okay, at the top of it, like
Right.
this. And they put it through there and they make sorghum out of it. Long before, the Southerners had sugar, okay? Everybody grew sorghum. Everybody had a sorghum squeeze,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Send me that link over, Gene.
I will. I'll
Send me that link. Yeah, send it to me by email if you could. Because listen, I'm curious. I want to get some, and I want to start experimenting with it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorghum.
Because we have to. I have to anyway. I'd like to see what the alternative was. And I actually know some manufacturers of processed meat and everything. Maybe I can talk to them and see if I can get them to do a little experiment. Because I'm thinking if you're going to eat processed meat, if it was processed with sorghum, at least that's natural.
Right.
Because corn syrup and corn oil are waste products. Okay, you know that, right?
Yeah.
And Ken was right. He said everything old is going to become new again. I've been hearing that for years, and you're going to be amazed at a lot of the old stuff that's going to just come around from like great grandpa and grandma's day, and
Yeah.
everything else just disappearing off the shelves, and you not having a lot of the chemically fortified stuff. So get ready. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, go back to using coconut oil. Go back to using good sunflower oil. Do you know they make a sunflower butter that's like peanut butter?
Yes.
There's a site out there called websterant.com. If you look at this stuff, it looks just like peanut butter, but it's a lot more healthier than what peanut butter is for you.
Yeah.
What does it taste like? Peanut butter, Kent, or what?
Yeah, but it's got a little bit of a sunflower. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
No. You're right. I was just agreeing with you. Yeah.
Yeah. You go to a place called Websterant, okay? Websterant.com.
Right.
And you
Okay.
can find it, and you can find it in a 5-pound tub. Just get you one tub. It's about like $33 or something like that. But I'm telling you, if you get used to eating that sunflower butter, they call it sunflower butter, okay? But it's thick as peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Interesting. That sounds. See, this is the kind of stuff that you won't hear on other truther shows, folks.
Right.
You're going to get it all. You're going to get geopolitical. You're going to get financial. You're going to get health stuff. And the thing about it is, we're going to get some of that sunflower oil.
Butter.
We're going to get
Butter.
butter. Okay. And we're going to get
stevia. No, don't use
No.
stevia. I've never recommended stevia because I'll tell you why. Stevia, if your oil glands that are in your face, it gets them going. Okay. I don't never recommend stevia for anything. If you're going to use anything like that, use monk fruit.
Yes.
Monk fruit's good. It doesn't mess with your body, but not stevia.
Debbie, do you have any final thoughts on anything that you want to interject before we end tonight's show? Do you have any final thoughts?
Not really. It's just that apparently the anniversary is coming up for APL Go, and they're going to have some real good things that you can buy, packages. So, like I say, I don't know. It's going to be a surprise because they never tell you ahead of time. They just kind of just do it and say, here's a surprise. So, like I say, when I know, I will send out a message to you and we can get it out to the people.
Folks, that's
I was pointing my
APL.
thumb.
Oh,
I was
ahead,
pointing my thumb down. Somebody asked about agave.
Oh.
I'm not a big fan of agave.
Okay.
I'm not, because it's hard on your kidneys.
Okay. We don't want that.
No.
APLgo.com. That's Debbie Stevens, Stephen's, and that's Beamer Stevens, BeamerStephenS at me.com. And her phone number is 515-314-4948. Or you can, if you didn't get that all and you know my contact information is chancemusic@yahoo.com. Just send me an email and say, hey, put me in touch with Debbie Stevens, and we will get that rock and rolling for you. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'll get that stuff out to you tomorrow. And if anybody has any questions, they can just call me. Not a problem whatsoever.
Great.
Oh, great. Hey, Brian, do you have any final thoughts for tonight?
The only thing I really wanted to say is I need to tell everyone that you need to take advantage now of using your metaphysical energy and start practicing and generating ideas as to what you want to see and feel in the next now moment. It's really important that you do that. That also means you are afforded the opportunity to not pay attention to anything that's going around externally. Let it all go. Just let it go. Focus on you and do what's best for you. Just ignore it all.
Be neutral. Just be neutral, please.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Brian, we're all going to take a look at this www.gofundme.com campaigns, and you can do a search for Unbiased Karma. That's UNBIAS Karma, KARMA, for your donations for the young lady's mother. And they will be very grateful and appreciative for your support, as we are grateful and appreciative here on Hamilton Radio for your support of the show. And that's 319-561-0064. And that's Brian McFadden on Zelle or Cash App. And I'm in Fort Madison, Iowa. And all my friends call me Chance, so please feel free to call me Chance too. Kent Dunn, any final thoughts?
Watch what's coming. Watch what's coming around the 14th of this month. All right, y'all get ready.
I'm anxious, and guess what? That's 6 days away. That's 6 days away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Patty. My Telegram. Send me an email at chancemusic@yahoo.com, and I'll give you a link to the Telegram. It's a private group. You can't find it even if you search for it. You have to have the link. There's the link, and that's why. It's quite a link. I'm not going to say what it is.
I was starting to say this ought to be interesting. I'm still doggone disillusioned about Gene and the Botox.
Wait, now before we go, guys, let me just say I'm launching the financial. I'm a financial coach. I'm launching my financial newsletter. Hopefully the end of this week. So when I do that, I will put for all of us here. Brian, I will add your GoFundMe page. Kent, I will add something from you. Chance, I will add something from you. Debbie, I will add something from you. So everybody's going to have a little bit of thing on the end because, number one, I want to help you guys through what I do with what I do. And the email base gets bigger, then we can send more letters out. We can add more things. We can always rotate, take things away, move things back, but it's a financial newsletter with tips and helps people with guiding them. But like you said, Chance, a lot of people aren't going to need it, but for right now, they need it. So
right. We're living in the moment, but the moments are changing quickly, folks.
They sure
and
are.
Like I've said, and no, actually, like Dawn actually said, she says, Chance, every second, every minute, every hour, every day, things are changing, okay? Yep. You've got to be able to go with the change. I want to tell you, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, all of you, for your support. Thank you for listening tonight. And listen, we're going to get our act together, and the replay will probably be posted. How quick will it be on YouTube, Doc?
It's right on YouTube right now. It's live. So when it's done, the show is
get
done.
off here, you can go on YouTube and watch
Go right
it.
on
And
YouTube. It's right there. I'll do the link again for you guys. So it's on YouTube. You'll see it. Let me find the link. Go ahead.
You have Starfleet listening in. You've got the SSP listening in, and you have the Terran Council listening in.
Oh,
So,
wow.
And I want to thank every one of them for their service. Praise
Yep.
Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll tell you
you
what.
guys. Thank
You
you.
know.
We love you. We love you. Okay.
And they just
guys.
flagged this on TikTok. So the 3,000 likes we got.
Yeah.
gone.
Are you
What?
serious?
TikTok done.
What
Why?
did
What did I do wrong?
I started saying? What chance do wrong this time?
It's you know what? It's just it's the way they are.
It's
I mean,
all an illusion,
wow.
anyways. It's all an illusion.
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna have to tell us what your channel is on YouTube if we want to watch it. You know?
Yeah, I put the link up. It's right here. See?
No, I'm
Iron
I said on
Films,
you. Oh, okay.
LLC.
I'll send it to you if you want.
Yes, sir. Please send it to me.
Yeah. I'll
Thank
send it to
Great.
both
I'm
of you.
gonna copy it and send it out to people tonight. So we'll have it now. I don't
And
know
it
if
really
you want to put it
doesn't
on
matter
Vimeo or
about
not.
that.
But,
You can share that link until we get it up on Vimeo. Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. I love you guys. I love you all. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Fascinating Brian. And please, everybody, try to support Brian's GoFundMe because Brian's been a staunch supporter of the show. And he's a staunch supporter of a lot of us who have been involved in the show. And Brother Kent, I don't even know how to much thank you. And Doc G, if it wasn't for this wonderful platform, we wouldn't be here.
Yep.
No. Thank you
you very
for
much.
allowing that because,
Yeah.
I love you guys all. I'm going to leave you with a song. Nasara. Whoa, whoa. Nasara. Whoa, 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 whoa. We'll see you next week. I'm Chance McFadden. Da, 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 da. That's a good time for a fade out, Gene.
I can't fade you out.
Huh? You can't fade me out?
There's no way to
Okay.
fade you out. Just bye, everybody.
Guys. Love you guys.
All right.